Lee Anderson critiques Keir Starmer's Labour leadership in fiery parliamentary exchange. In a moment that quickly gained traction online, Conservative MP Lee Anderson delivered a sharp critique of Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer and his party during a heated session in Parliament. Known for his blunt speaking style and working-class roots, Anderson didn't hold back as he addressed what he sees as inconsistencies in Labour's stance on key national issues. While the exchange was passionate and, at times, combative, it's important to move past the soundbites and examine the key points raised both for what they reveal about political tensions in Westminster and for the wider public conversation they provoke. Lee Anderson has built a reputation as a straight-talking conservative voice who frequently challenges what he calls political correctness and Westminster bubble politics. In the recent Commons exchange, Anderson accused Labour of lacking a clear policy direction and claimed that under Starmer's leadership, the party has drifted away from its traditional working-class base. With an unapologetic tone, Anderson referenced Labour's evolving positions on Brexit, immigration, and national security areas he argues the party has become increasingly out of touch on. His remarks were met with both applause and criticism, underscoring the political divide. But to understand the significance of the moment, let's break down the key areas of his critique. One of Anderson's primary criticisms centered on Labour's previous stance on Brexit. He argued that Starmer, once a vocal supporter of a second referendum, failed to respect the democratic decision of the British people. Since becoming Labour leader, Starmer has shifted tone, emphasizing that Brexit is now settled and that his focus is on making it work. Anderson and others on the Conservative side question the sincerity of that pivot, suggesting it may be politically motivated rather than principled. Labour supporters, on the other hand, argue that Starmer is simply adapting to the reality of post-Brexit Britain and aiming to address the economic and social consequences of the transition. Anderson also raised the issue of immigration, an ever-contentious topic in UK politics. He accused Labour of sending mixed messages and not offering a clear plan to reduce illegal crossings and manage legal migration levels. Starmer has outlined policies focused on cracking down on criminal smuggling gangs and improving the asylum process, but critics like Anderson argue the party has not gone far enough in setting firm targets or deterrents. It's a debate that reflects broader public concerns. Polls consistently show that immigration remains a top voter issue, especially in regions that feel economically or culturally impacted by rapid change. In one of the more forceful parts of his exchange, Anderson criticized what he called Labour's soft approach to crime and policing. He claimed that communities are suffering due to a lack of strong deterrents and that Labour's policies favor offenders over victims. The Labour Party disputes this, pointing to its own proposals for neighbourhood policing, tougher sentencing for violent crimes, and community-based prevention initiatives. This contrast highlights two competing political philosophies. Anderson and the Conservative approach tend to prioritize stronger punitive measures, while Labour emphasizes rehabilitation and prevention. Both sides agree that public safety is essential, but they disagree on how to achieve it. Perhaps the most emotionally resonant part of Anderson's commentary was his assertion that Labour has abandoned the working-class communities it once championed. As a former Labour supporter himself, Anderson often invokes his background in mining towns and his experience with everyday constituents to drive this point home. Labour, meanwhile, maintains that it is the party best equipped to represent working families, citing its commitments to workers' rights, social care, and affordable housing. This ongoing debate over who truly represents ordinary people has become a central theme in British politics, and both parties are working hard to claim that mantle. Predictably, Anderson's remarks triggered a flurry of responses on social media and in political commentary. Supporters praised him for saying what many people think, while critics accused him of grandstanding and oversimplifying complex issues. What's important, however, is that such debates, however sharp in tone, are a hallmark of democratic discourse. When conducted within respectful boundaries and grounded in facts, they can energize public engagement and hold leaders to account. Lee Anderson's criticisms of Keir Starmer reflect more than just partisan sparring. They speak to a deeper national debate about identity, leadership, and the future direction of the UK. Whether one agrees with Anderson or not, his remarks highlight the urgency for all political parties to clearly articulate their visions and connect with the electorate in meaningful ways. As we move toward the next general election, expect these exchanges to grow in frequency and intensity. But as viewers, the challenge is to sift through the noise and focus on substance over style. What do you think? Are critiques like Lee Anderson's raising valid points, or do they risk oversimplifying the challenges Britain faces? Let us know in the comments. And if you value balanced, fact-driven political analysis, Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Stay informed, stay thoughtful, and stay engaged.